who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld, where he'll have to utilize his military training to survive being hunted for having information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This full-color graphic novel is available in hardcover, paperback, and pocketbook editions. Crowdfunding now through Dinales.com.
Look at that. We're live for another Jerky Inventor Hour. This is June 1st, 2026, your Monday night. Hello to X, Rumble, and BitChute. Hello to YouTube. Hello to lurkers and bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody. Greetings.
We stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Oh, yeah.
Before we jump in, be sure you get your copy of the Immortal Mass 200-page graphic novel on sale at my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, and Amazon.com.
All these .coms. .com. Everybody wants to do .com.
Yeah, .comming. All right. And look at that, George. We're halfway through the year, George. We're in the 6th month.
We're in the 6th month of this. Yeah. Okay. I was going to make a six joke, and I go, no, not yet.
You haven't reached to day 6 of the 6th month of the 26th year.
Yeah, all that stuff.
All right. The storm has arrived. John Sullivan is reporting that EPA Chief Lee Zenden revealed to him in an interview that he has made several criminal referrals to the DOJ after discovering that Obama and Biden officials were moving $29 billion in green energy grants around to former cabinet secretaries, donors, and political activists. It means that Obama and Biden had to pay back all those donors for Hillary to lose.
Yeah, that's just sad on so many levels.
Yeah. So here's real voice. Real
Today, I interviewed Lee Zeldin, the EPA chief, and he said that he's been digging into that $29 billion in green energy grants that he blocked, money that he saved the American taxpayers. It was going out the door at the end of the Biden administration. He told me today he has found a major self-dealing scandal. In other words, Obama and Biden administration officials were moving money around to former cabinet secretaries, to donors, to political activists. Stacey Abrams, one of them, we know about that from our reporting earlier this year, and that he's now made several criminal referrals. Go check out that story tomorrow morning at justthenews.com. We'll have all the details, all of the receipts from that. Today, I interviewed Lee Zeldin.
So there you go.
Wow, he did that all by himself.
All by himself.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
What is this?
So basically, the person forgot to put the brakes on this and started sliding down the hill. The patient that they're supposed to, the victim that they're supposed to help. Tell me this is a
joke, isn't it?
Huh?
It's a joke, isn't it?
No. It was posted by California Democrats trying to stop crime and frauds, and it actually happened.
Oh, my gosh.
Dun, 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 dun. Or what's the Benny Hill song?
Yeah.
No, that's a that's more of the circus.
Oh, that's a circus song.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Tell me isn't a government job with everybody. They're all hurting themselves trying to get the issue. Yeah. Levi Leatherberry. The AI scam is collapsing and they are panicking. So instead of me reading all this, we'll play a little bit of Jimmy Dore.
Or I'll just break it down for you.
All right. I'll put Jimmy Dore up, but I'll keep it muted.
Costing more than the humans it would.
There you go.
All right.
Go ahead.
So in layman's terms, more simple than what Jimmy Dore says.
Yeah.
Everybody bought into the AI bullshit. Microsoft, Facebook, Uber. They put their engineers on it so they can save money, reduce the number of people they hire, and get more work done.
Right.
Turns out the tokens that they need to access the AI, it's like those gold coins in a game.
You mean the subscription tokens?
Yeah. You know,
they're paid subscription tokens.
Yeah. You know, like a video game. You know, like a World of Warcraft and all that stuff.
Gold,
right? Yeah. You're not using real money, right? But you use real money to buy the tokens in the game, right?
Right.
And then you use the tokens as you see fit during the game, right? And then you can top it off by buying more tokens. You follow me? That's what happened. That's what's happening. They're using the tokens. They no, it gets better. So they allowed it for like say $10 billion worth of tokens, right, for the whole year, right? And
they already burned half.
They already burned everything. The whole enchilada. All the companies, Microsoft,
that's a
Facebook,
lot.
Uber,
they
blew through all their tokens. You know why they blew all their tokens?
Because they didn't know.
No. It gets even better. You see, you access AI, right? Just like I say, ChatGPT and Grok, right? You pay for it, stuff like that. You access it, and every time you communicate with it, that's a token.
Oh my!
All right, but you pay like say $60 a month for a certain level of subscription, right? Well, the corporations are in enterprise mode, right? So they think we're getting a deal with all these tokens, right?
No.
It gets hold on. You think your reaction's perfect, right? Perfect. Get ready for the punchline. See the agents, the AI agents, the little bots that go, that interface. So when this is how AI works, on a very basic understanding. Okay, you ask the AI a question,
right?
The AI breaks down the question in multiple pieces, multiple processors, right? Are on that question. Each processor is an AI agent. It's basically instead of you having one AI,
multiple AIs.
Working on your problem, you have multiple AIs working at the same time in parallel. One is checking the internet. One is checking the servers. Another one's checking this. Another one's checking that. So instead of one AI checking, say, Google and Wikipedia and IMDb to get you that information about the movie that you like, you got like 3 different AI agents all working at the same time, getting that information for you. Now, think about that on a corporate level.
Redundancy.
When an engineer asks the AI to do something, the AI breaks it apart into multiple AI agents. Each AI agent's a token cost. They blew their whole fucking budget because the companies that created the AI grifted the fuck out of the corporations. Oh,
and now they don't have workers because they fired all those workers.
no. It gets even better.
Go ahead.
And Microsoft, Facebook, and Uber
Mm-hmm.
basically told their agents, stop using Claude. Stop using AI. Go back to the old ways.
Well, isn't that the same for is using OpenAI anyway? So even ChatGPT and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Gemini.
They canceled their account and said, "Okay, you're done. Yeah, go back to the old ways. Stop asking the AI for support. Figure it out yourself. That's what we pay you for."
Blonde Goffro, not to mention AI will share infos with other AI agents like marketing and personal info.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's no privacy involved in there. That's why you have to be careful of what you put in AI stuff.
Yeah, this has got to be the biggest grift ever. They convinced corporations AI is going to save them money.
So in the future, George, right? Remember? Do you know how the term Ponzi scheme came from?
Salvador Ponzi, who was a painter but turned around and sold.
No, you're thinking of Salvador Dali.
Oh, sorry.
But you were close.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah, so basically back in the 1920s, right? A guy named Charles Ponzi, his name is Charles Ponzi, started grifting people with vaporware, and he made a pyramid, and he kept going to city of affluent areas from the rich people, right?
Yeah.
And he got them to buy into his investments and his program, right?
Yeah.
Also, he can pay the earlier people all the stuff, and then he would just skim from the top and live a luxurious lifestyle to show, oh look, I'm having all this money, right?
Yeah, I follow you so far.
And the thing got so big and so huge, by the time it was done, he had over 17 or $20 million stolen from people.
That's a shitload of money.
Yeah. And it became such a big and widely regarded case that any scheme was dubbed the Ponzi scheme.
Wow.
So if what you're saying is true, then by the time this comes into court, it'll become a national issue that a new term will be down for a con, which will probably be the Altman con or Altman scheme.
Well, it won't even make it to court because they agree to the terms of service.
That's why you always have to read. That's why you always have to read before you hit agree.
Yeah.
AI is the classic county axiom: spend $10 to save $2.
Yeah.
So there you go. Ba-ba-da-ba. They're not loving.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, like even I kind of figured that stuff out, or easily just by asking Grok to do simple tasks, and they couldn't do it. I go like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I subscribed to Grok? Screw this. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
Super Grok. MAGA voice breaking at 1:02 a.m. President Trump sends a direct message to Democrats and rhinos. Sit back and relax. It'll all work out.
Oh.
So Iran really wants to make a deal, and it'll be a good one for the U.S. and those that are with us. But don't the Democrats and seemingly unpatriotic Republicans understand that it's much tougher for me to properly do my job and negotiate when political hacks keep naggingly chirping? at levels never seen before, over and over again, that I should move faster or move slower or to go to war or not to go to war, whatever. Just sit back and relax.
Everything will be fine.
It'll work out well in the end. It always does.
Yeah, the budget will balance itself out. Oh, sorry, that's Trudeau. Okay, sorry.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I mean, Trudeau was the talking head, but
yeah, that guy knew what to. Yeah, that guy knew what to say, what to do.
Exactly. So, the DNC lawyer Mark Elias is not having a good time because the appeal court slaps down leftist election lawyer Mark Elias' lawsuit to overturn the Florida 2026 congressional map, which will add plus 4 seats. Elias lost both at trial court and appeals. Today's appeal,
are you saying he's getting a second chance?
No, he already lost his second chance.
Oh, son of a gun.
Yeah. So basically, he was trying to overturn this to get back more of the blue seats and districts. And they said, no.
Oh, that's too bad. He was a good guy.
He's not a good guy.
Oh, he used to be a good guy.
He's never been a good guy.
He was always a bad guy?
Yes. You don't work for Hillary Clinton and be a good guy.
Oh, yeah. He's a real bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an ice cream truck?
Yeah, on the boat.
Oh,
only in Florida, boat designed to look like an ice cream truck was spy cruising through Sarasota Bay, much to the delights of others on the water. See, here's the problem, New York Post. You're saying that you was designed to look like an ice cream truck. No, it is an ice cream truck.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Can you imagine the hey, you want a swirl with that? You want a wavy chocolate mousse with that? You know? The marketing on this is just off the charts.
Mm-hmm. So it always makes you think of that that movie that was it Wild and Crazy Summer. About 80 movies where they put in a Ferrari for an engine on a sailboat.
Oh, really? I gotta look this movie up.
You didn't see it? It's like a classic.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, Wild and Crazy Summer.
Yeah.
Wild and Crazy Summer. Okay, I gotta look into it.
Yeah, Wild and Crazy Summer. It's 80s. Wild and Crazy. Or I guess this is let me correct it. One Crazy Summer. There you go.
One Crazy Summer. Okay.
Yeah. 86. And that's with John Cusack and Demi Moore.
One Crazy Summer. Okay,
yeah.
Looking into it.
Yeah.
One Crazy Summer.
Movie that I'm surprised you haven't watched it. Old Salty Marine says history lesson for your social security card. All right, Old Salty. Just in case some of you young whippersnapper and some older ones didn't know this, it's easy to check out. If you don't believe it, be sure and show it to your family and friends. They need a little history lessons on what and what doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. Facts are facts. All right. Up to the 1980s, Social Security cards expressly stated that the number in the cards were not to be used for identification purposes. Okay. Since nearly everyone in the United States now has a number, it became convenient to use it anyways, and not for identification message was removed. What? Franklin Roosevelt, a new Democrat, communist, introduced the Social Security FSCA program. His promises are in black and white with updated in brackets. 1. Participation in the program would be completely voluntary, no longer voluntary. The participant would only have to pay 1% of the first $1,400 of their annual incomes into the new program. Not a lot of people made $1,400. back in the day. Now it's 7.65% on the first 90,000 and 15% on the first 90,000 if you're self-employed.
What?
Yeah. See, this is to incentivize you from being self-employed. This is to incentivize you to be working for others. That money that the participating elects to put into the program would be deductible from their income for tax purposes each year, no longer tax deductible. Thank you, Joe Biden. That money that participants put into independent trust fund rather into the general operating funds, and therefore would only be used for the funds of the Social Security retirement program and no other government program. Under Johnson, the money was moved. This is Lyndon B. Johnson. The money was moved to the general funds and spent. The annuity payments to retiree would never be taxed as income. Under Clinton and Gore, up to 85% of your Social Security can be taxed.
Well, what's the point of...
Okay, it's basically robbing you with the idea. It's a giant grift. Because by the time you get to your old age, you're supposed to be a supplemental income, right? And you're supposed to be getting pensions from your jobs. Because back then, you used to work 40 years at one job. And then when you retire, you would have pensions that would pay on. And the Social Security funds was kind of like an additional safety net since the Depression. Guess what companies done since they've been offshoring and outsourcing jobs? They can't afford pensions. So what do? Just before you are qualified to get a pension at that company, they lay you off. They fire you. So you don't get the pension.
You don't get the pension. And you don't get the chicks.
Yep.
Don't get the party.
Let's see. Which political party took Social Security from the Independent Trust Fund and put it into the general fund so Congress could spend it? It was Lyndon Johnson in the democratically controlled House and Senate. Which political party eliminated the income tax deductible for Social Security withholding? The Democratic Party. Which party? With the minimal resistance of the Republican parties, FYI. Which party started taxing Social Security annuities? The Democratic Party, with Al Gore casting the tie-breaking deciding vote as president of the Senate while he was vice president of the U.S. And my favorite, which political party decided to start giving annuity payments to immigrants? That's right, Jimmy Carter and the Democratic Party. Immigrants moved into the country at age 65, began to receive Social Security payment without paying into the program.
What a bunch of assholes.
Yeah. The Democratic Party gave these payments to them even though they never pay a dime into it. Now, after violating the original contract, the Democrat turns around and tells you that the Republican wants to take your Social Security away. The worst part about it is uninformed citizens believe it. If enough people receive them, maybe a seed of awareness will be planted and maybe changes will evolve. Maybe not, though. Some Democrats are awfully sure what isn't so, but it's worth a try. How many people can you send this to? I don't know. It's kind of hard when, you know, a lot of people have their mind made up about Social Security. Because, you know, every time I start talking about Social Security and saying all these bullet points to them, and this was long before this one, I already knew this. Like, hey lady, hey guy, isn't it strange that they always take general money from the general funds that use it for your Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? Why are they doing that? That should be only for that program. They start twerking out and they move on to another thing because they don't want to think, George. They don't want to think.
They thunk, but no longer thunk.
Yeah, they can't think any further.
They sunk.
Yep. So that's what I'm like. Perhaps you should be calling your congressman and congresswoman, your senator, and saying, hey, I want you to pass a new law that Congress should pay back all that money they took out of the federal funds since Lyndon B. Johnson, which are trillions upon trillions of dollars, but that's not our concern. That's Congress' concern. And put it back into a trust fund and make it tax deductible and start paying out the annuity full price that you're supposed to be getting.
That's a lot of ands, sir.
Hey, George, I think we can do it. You know why? Because this past weekend, we sent a large tanker full of 100 million gallons of 100 million tons of oil to Japan.
And they wrote a check?
Yeah, they wrote a check. U.S. Central Command last night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or I guess Eastern Time because we're in daylight savings time. U.S. forces successfully intercepted 2 Iranian ballistic missiles targeting American forces based in Kuwait. These missiles were immediately defeated and no American personnel were harmed. Here's the thing. Iranian ballistic missile isn't possible because we technically blew them all up. AKA, these
Somebody's supplying them.
Somebody's supplying them. U.S. Central Command remains vigilant and will continue to protect our forces from Iran aggression while supporting the ongoing ceasefire. I feel like our friends in Europe might be supplying Iran with missiles.
I think it's the British.
Could be that. Oh, by the way, a massive explosion in fireworks factory rocks Malta. The blast shatters several windows of buildings around the areas.
Isn't that special?
Yeah. A lot of fireworks happening around. Somebody's early to the celebrations.
I wonder, were they using sparklers?
Don't you see the little sparklers down there?
The things that make go,
So, Eric, just in, Senator John Thune is facing massive pressure to start fighting for the Save America Act now that the recess is over. Pass the border reconciliation bill and bring back Save America to the floor. The Senate just adjourned until tomorrow. This guy will not pass it unless he has 2 broken legs and a black eye.
2 broken legs. Oh, that's great.
And I'm not saying any threat. I'm just saying, look at Mitch McConnell. He had his bruised hands. Wall Street Apes. These are brand new disguised automatic license plate reader cameras in Arizona. The large yellow plastic barrels are camouflaged housing designed to look like construction equipment. They're being deployed in remote desert areas along the highways. These new camouflage cameras are in a partnership between Flock and law enforcement, and the plans to use them extensively to track vehicle movement and broader surveillance. We're witnessing the surveillance state being established in America. This only ends in mass surveillance. I hate to tell you this, Wall Street Apes. You should pull out your phone. You should look at the phone. It has a camera. It has a mic. It's connected to the internet. It's a mass surveillance state already in the palm of your hands.
And you volunteered it.
Yeah, you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to get that piece of crap technology.
You volunteered it.
But oh no, you're not able to speed. Look, Wally. Yeah. This is so ridiculous.
It is.
It's like, oh no. Can you speed? No, you can't speed anymore.
They can just tip those, right?
Yeah, it's I see a lot of guys who tip cows will be tipping this over. Come on, bro, we can do it. Excellent.
What's this?
Nearly 1,000-foot-long tunnel uncovered is believed to be used for smuggling explosives and drugs in the U.S. Mexican authorities and the Mexican Navy conducted a search near Nuevo Tijuana for the violation of the federal laws on firearms, explosive, and general health laws. Authority found a 869-foot long, 21-foot deep tunnel with lighting and ventilation that connects to a storefront in Otay Mesa, California.
Holy smokes.
They seized items including ammunition, cell phone, bank cards, digital video recorders, and dozens of dosage of methamphetamines. It's believed that the tunnel was a logistics center for criminal activity, including the storage and movement of narcotics, weapons, and explosive material. So they're not even crossing the borders at the wall. They dug a tunnel underneath, and they've been doing it since then.
Video NBC7 obtained from the Mexican District Attorney.
So this is bullshit. So how many tunnels do we have down the south?
Attorney's office of the operation conducted Sunday on the Mexican side of the border. Federal agents discovered a tunnel they say is nearly 3 football fields long. It includes lighting, ventilation, and a sliding mechanism that connects both sides of the border, according to Mexican authorities. Dr. Andres Sumano, who's an expert in public policy, says these tunnels are benefiting criminal organizations on both sides of the border since the 90s.
They are still.
It takes an expert to tell you this?
Yeah.
Does the word "no shit Sherlock"
ever come to the vocabulary?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no. It's like this is like a small pill to swallow for the people like, what? George is here on the news. There's Mexicans making tunnels. I know, dear. How about the ones in the Jews in New York?
Oh yeah, the Jewish tunnels in New York. What the hell happened with those?
It just magically went away.
Oh yeah, okay. just like the parting of the Red Sea.
Exactly.
Still using these types of tunnels, and the Baja Cali region. It's still the epicenter of synthetic drug trafficking.
Mexican authorities say with the help of security agencies, they carried out a search warrant in a Tijuana home for a violation of federal law involving weapons, explosives, and health laws.
Really?
It was a health hazard?
It's a health hazard. Excuse me. Do you know you have a 1,000-foot long tunnel from here to Mexico? That's a general health violation.
It's not USDA approved.
Exactly. What if somebody walks unexpectedly and falls in that tunnel? That's 21 foot down.
Yeah, that's right.
General, that's OSHA violation there for you, sir.
Once Mexican authorities accessed the property, they found it was operating as a possible storage facility for the trafficking of weapons, explosives, and drugs, adding that the tunnel possibly connects to a known San Diego street. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed to NBC7 they are conducting a criminal investigation involving an underground tunnel in Otay Mesa, but didn't confirm if the business on Roll Avenue is connected.
Right where we are standing, we can actually see several agents in front of one of the storefronts in that area. We can also see that area has been taped off.
Experts say given the political climate, this is an important find since the U.S. government has been asking Mexico to crack down on drug trafficking. Homeland Security investigations told NBC7 they are not providing additional details to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation.
Okay, all right, okay, give me a sec. So what it sounds like is, okay, guy, can you do this for us? Could you? That'd be swell. And they're going I don't know, guy, looks like a lot of work.
Yep. You need some nice agents on the case. I think you need the National Guard on the case. Emmer Hand, Clint Eastwood predicts that Tom Cruise will be known as one of the greats. In 100 years, he'll look back. Tom Cruise. That's Tom Cruise's career.
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Well, on a sadder note, he has confirmed via his son that he's no longer going to be acting or directing. He's going to retirement.
After all this time, he's finally taken a rest?
Yeah, 96 years old, George.
What an asshole.
He's like, I can't do this shit anymore.
He could have done it. What movie is it? Don't Let the Old Man In.
Gran Torino.
Is it Gran Torino?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
but that's when he was like in his 80s.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
That's what's a spry 80s, you know.
Yeah, spry 80s.
He's like, I can't do this shit anymore. I can't connect. Mario, Colombia sitting president Gustavo Petro just rejected the election result that handed his opponent 43% of the first round victory.
Wait, he rejected it?
Yeah, he rejects the election result. He claims, listen to this, he claimed that the software was modified 3 times with 800,000 ghost voters added. The hard right just won, and the left-wing president is crying fraud. Latin America's election season is just getting started. So, the irony, George.
Yes.
I do not accept this election. You know, no acepto esta elección. Muy mal la elección.
It's not possible that I lost. You know why? Because I rigged all the machines.
Exactly. Then you say it was hackers. See, he modified the first time. They modified it back. He modified it again. So that's why they lost. And the third time he wasn't able to get enough vote.
Yeah.
That's why it was only 43% and not 23%. Sweet and salty land. So Tom Hardy offered to pay $300,000 to unpaid workers for the set of Guy Ritchie's Mobland. It was only then that Paramount settled the payment and expressed outrage. The same set that would give Helen Mirren a job on Mobland.
All right, corporate speak.
Go ahead.
The producers fucked up, and now it's a negotiation. That's what's going on. They fucked up. They realized they fucked up. They didn't think. They didn't think, and now they're backtracking it. And now Tom Hardy is in the driver's seat,
mm-hmm.
and they're gonna have to pay the fuck up. They're either gonna lose the show,
yeah,
or they're gonna pay up. I think they're gonna lose the show. They're that stupid. I mean, they were that stupid enough to screw around with Hardy. So yeah.
Well, you know, I'm glad I didn't watch Moblands. I got less inclination, or maybe it's now the best time to watch Mobland because I know it's only 2 seasons, so it won't be too long of a wait.
Yeah, you can watch it back to back.
Exactly. It's like it's only been 2 seasons because the producer effed off.
Yep. I mean, you got like Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and Tom Hardy doing a fucking TV series. Are you kidding me? Just how stupid are these people to ruin such a great thing? You know, how often do you get, actors of that caliber all together in one TV series?
Yeah.
The answer is 0. This is the first time.
They weren't thinking, George.
No, they weren't.
They weren't locked in.
They thought they were in control.
Yeah, they thought. But reality smacked them in the face and said, no, I'm not Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Backrooms. One of the internet's greatest success story. In May 19, an anonymous user in 4chan posted a grainy photo of an empty room, sickly yellow walls, and harsh fluorescent lights. Clip, no clip. Yeah, I remember this.
Really? I don't. First time.
Yeah, so basically, it started out in 4chans with a picture, and then YouTube it started posting this, like SCP stuff, domain stuff, with endless walls. I think they even made a video game called Control that was using that same logic about it. And now they're making a kind of horror film. You walk in, and you think you don't know where you're going. It's like an endless maze, horror maze.
Oh, so that's the whole concept?
Yeah, and there's like otherworld creatures in there.
Oh.
Because basically what's happening is that this is like you're clipping through reality.
Uh-huh.
And this is like the loading stage. Like everything in the universe is here, but you don't know because you're only one part of the infinite.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. You're the one who was interested. Any thoughts about this?
Well, I saw the trailer. I thought that was pretty good. It felt like an old episode of The Twilight Zone, which was also a remake in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And I'm going like, okay, this feels along the same lines. So
yeah, you can watch the short videos or short films. Backrooms, if you look for it.
What, they're on YouTube, really?
Yeah, they're on YouTube right now.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see. What is it? Yeah, see, the Backrooms footage found. See? Uploaded 9-minute short films.
The Backrooms found footage. Okay.
Yep. They're only 9 minutes, so they're pretty quick. Kind of gives a little lore depth. I mean, from a technical point of view, this is really cost effective because it's just repeating rooms and endless corridors.
The Backrooms.
By the way, Culture Crave Zack Snyder is set to write and direct a new adaptation of Escape from New York.
At this point, I gotta say bullshit.
Okay.
And not that it's not being made. Bullshit. What's the point of making it?
Right.
You have perfection. There's a few movies you just don't fuck with or make a remake of it. Okay.
Yeah.
One is Casablanca.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a Wonderful Life.
Godfather.
Part
1 and 2.
Yeah, of course. Superman the movie, right? And then you go into the 80s. You go like Escape from New York. It's one of those movies that you just it's perfection.
Right.
You don't fuck with it. Mad Max, the first Mad Max movie with Mel Gibson. You just don't fuck with that.
Yeah. Or Road Warrior.
Yeah, World War II. Yeah, absolutely. You don't screw with it. It's not rocket science. It literally is not rocket science. These are perfect movies. They're well executed. They're timeless. It's unnecessary to create a remake. It's not gonna be better because you can't overcome the gravitas of the original production. It's impossible.
Hey, you know how badass is this? He went full gear in St. Louis. And he was just there, being in character and smoking.
Yeah.
And basically, he said like a group of tough guys or gang, looked at him and said, and he kind of shifted his gun, his gun that he has.
Yeah.
A little bit, and they say, "Whoa," and started walking the other side of the street.
Oh wow!
And then he's like, and then when he waited, he stayed in character the whole time, and when they left and they didn't see it, he quickly ran to John and said, "This works, this works perfectly."
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And I think why I liked New York better than LA was because it had that low budget, gritty quality to it that the second one doesn't fully capture.
Yep.
And remember the one where the death game that he has to play. The first one he's fighting against this guy in a gladiator like match, and the second one he has to throw basketballs back in the hoops in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Both of them were pretty badass because he did make that one basket in one shot, right?
Yep.
With an eye patch, mind you. But the first one I liked because he was telling the guy was a wrestler and he didn't know how to pull his punches. So when he was hitting Kurt Russell, you see it on screen, Kurt Russell, and he's staggering. It's because the guy is literally...
He actually got hit.
The guy, he's getting hit, but he's also getting pummeled by the bat with actual spikes in it.
Oh,
so for a moment, he was actually fighting for his life.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. And the only way he got the guy to stop is when he hit him in the balls. And that's one of the documentaries said. So that's why I kind of like the first one, because there's actual sense of he's not acting for a moment there. The other one, he's like, I'm cool, nothing fazed me. But that one moment kind of humanized it for me, so it kind of brought in more immersion. And then guy who played Harold, you had Isaac Hayes as the Duke, John Pleasant as the president.
No, Donald Pleasance. Yes.
Yeah, Donald Pleasance. Yeah. So you had all these great actors.
Wow.
Let's see. Doom, 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 doom. All right, Scott Bassett.
Model, but for many people around the country, 38% of American families have no exposure to our great equity market. They don't participate in the innovation, in our economic engine. They don't understand our great management. So
they can't afford to, lose money that they don't have.
With the Trump accounts, with the children who were born during President Trump's administration, Treasury will seed those accounts with $1,000. But anyone with children under 18 should open a Trump account, because many of the great philanthropists are also putting money in. Families can put up to $5,000 in per year, per child. And many states are going to participate. Corporations are going to participate. Comcast is participating. Model, but for many people around the country, 38% of American families have no exposure to our great equity market. They don't participate.
So there you go.
So basically, what we talked about before, and we'll talk about it again, is they are basically teaching the
American public.
The American public how to invest and save money.
Exactly.
Holy shit. This is what the globalists don't want. They don't want. Absolutely, They don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it either, because I'm poor. And how dare they? How dare they make people around me rich while I'm poor? That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
I'm sad. Sad. Very sad.
Sad. Very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah, very sad. What's this?
So I meme, therefore I am posted. A black woman in Atlanta. Oh boy.
Wait. Did you say a black woman in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Wow, it's almost like saying a tiger in Africa. What?
Cries her eyes out, complaining that the city is so segregated. She has to cross to the white side to see a doctor.
Wait, she has to cross to the right side?
White side.
The white side?
The white side.
There's a white side?
There's a white side in Atlanta. I guess she has to go from South Atlanta to North Atlanta.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You know what? Let's actually hear it in her own words.
Before you play it, you know what this corporate speak? You know what this sounds like, right?
Yeah.
She's locked herself in her own prison.
Mm-hmm. Because here's reality check. Atlanta is led by a black mayor. Black residents are the largest population group in the city, 47% black versus 40% white. It's literally Black Mecca, home to more black millionaires, celebrities, and success stories than anywhere else in America. So let's listen.
I'm trying to make it to the doctor. I live in Atlanta. It is a very segregated city. For me to even go to the doctor, I have to go to the white side of town. That is literally what we call it, the white side of town. I am fucking exhausted.
This is so much
bullshit.
Wow, the mind prison that she put herself in is incredible.
Yeah. The way, I'm like saying the white side of town. Which one is that? Is that left of Peachtree or right of Peachtree or north of Peachtree? Please tell me which side is the white.
Unfreaking believable.
Oh, by the way, NBC News, after a new drug unprecedentedly results for pancreatic cancer, doctor looks for other uses. The experimental drugs Darazarasb, which doubled the survival times in patients with advanced pediatric cancer or pancreatic cancer, may prove effective for lungs, colon, and ovary cancer as well. Oh wow! You mean the medicine that you guys been withholding from the American public and general public for years actually had multiple users targeting the other cancer, and this could have been used many years ago and save a lot of cash in patient, but you didn't do so because taking the pill costs 100 to 300 times less than actual taking chemotherapy. What? No way.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
And what's this drug called?
It's they're saying it's experimental Darazarasb.
And what are the ingredients in it?
Let's see. What is the ingredients? What are the recipe? Let's see. Compound. Let's see. Consists in an inodal core, trizone ring, petri rings for methylpiperazine, binary complex. Let's see. All right. What? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Inactive. Yeah, I don't want that. Lubricant. Yeah, I don't want that.
If you can't find it.
Yeah.
Because they're probably not releasing the compound cocktail.
Yeah, they're not releasing it yet.
Yeah, and most likely, it's got a base for it. If it's a curative,
Yeah.
what do we know about curatives in the last 100 years? There's only like a handful of them. Literally, there's a handful of curatives on the planet that everything else is based off of.
Yeah.
And we're not saying this as medical advice.
We're just making an observation.
No, that's not even an observation.
Yeah.
This is basically a statement of uncertainty. There's no way that someone can say, "Hey, our stuff is curative." It is? Really? Okay, let's think back to all the curatives that happened in the last 100 years, and then you think, okay, what's the common denominator with all these curatives? And then you start to ask yourself, wait a minute, it's all starting to make sense now. All you're doing is taking, something like, I don't know, water, and adding a splash of strawberry juice in it, and you call it strawberry splash, and you sell that with a little carbon, added to it. So you got a spritzy carbon strawberry splash drink. What's the moral of the story? If you break it down, you'll probably end up finding what the core item is, and then you go like, wait a minute, are you telling me I can go to the grocery store, go down a second aisle on the left, and get the Doritos myself? Are you kidding me? I don't have to go to the movie theater and get a bag of Doritos that's $100 a bag, and then watch a shitty movie. I just go to the corner grocery store and get a bag of Doritos for $5 and watch the shitty movie on Netflix.
Your choice to watch shitty movies in Netflix is yours.
Yes. Yeah. What's this?
All right. No, the same place. They're just showing.
They're just. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? They're using PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are. These guys are. I don't think these guys are legit.
All right.
All right.
Dr. James Joyce. All right. They're talking about this, but he's saying he's having moral outrage.
Disembodied human brains used for drug testing. So,
by restoring some function to an intact brain from deceased donors, the startup Brex.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay.
Hopes to create a better drug development testbed for neurodegenerative disease. If that brain is alive, you bring that brain alive, and there's a spark of consciousness. You brought a person who thought was in hell into another form of hell.
Oh, that is just sick.
Because now they have an active brain.
Really sucks so hard.
What
is that? They have technology now that they can easily read your mind.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
They can just put you in a chair, put these electrodes all over your brain, and then they can just ask you a bunch of questions, and whether you answered the question truthfully or not, they already know the answer because they're reading your brain pattern.
What?
And it gets even better. Okay. Because DARPA's like 50 years ahead in the technology, it's not inconceivable to think that they're able to download your brain pattern. Just literally download your brain pattern. Boom. So once they've downloaded your brain pattern, They don't have to ask you any questions. They just query the question directly to the data set.
The data set, you say?
Yeah. So they download your brain pattern to the machine, and then all they do is just go open up that file, right? And that's ROM unit, or the ROM file, so to speak, and just ask it the questions, and it's going to answer because there's no personality associated to it. Because all they did was download data. The consciousness is still in the human being.
Yeah. You just copied the signal. You didn't download anything.
Yeah, but now.
But now here's the thing. This is as far as the whole Beagle, ripping the vocal cords of the Beagle pups situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, this is, one or two time it's like okay, but a third time becomes a pattern. Matt Vance Wool, absolutely massive teen takeover at Clearwater Beach in Florida, led to a 17-year-old being hospitalized with gunshot wounds. Hundreds of teens swarmed the beach that began beating each other on the first weekend of summer. Where are the parents?
Uh-oh.
You know what I think, George? I'm thinking is somebody is incentivizing these kids to do this. Why? Because they need to prove to the people, it's like, hey guys, you want to get rid of property taxes? Well, if you do, you won't have service for law enforcement to handle these disruption. This will happen all over the state. So they're inducing fear and using the kids and all this stuff, to say, this where, kids should be at school or summer school, but now they're out in the streets and, being assholes.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a pattern to me.
Yep.
They're gonna make people fearful, like, oh no, we can't get rid of property taxes because we need it for, service. Even though sales tax and every other tax that they tax us covers all of those services. And by the way, they're out of school, so that means that the school doesn't count. And by the way, the police is still active and we're getting property tax. They're not handling this. So, if you think the so stupid thing falls apart easily. You just need Popeye the Sailor Man to eat some spinach and teach those kids right. Newswire: Microsoft bans Claude Code after AI costs more than the human it replaced.
Yep.
All right. Mario, U.S. Army just ran a massive hackathon called Operate Jailbreak. Engineer from Boeing, Palantir, Anudrill, and other flew to Fort Carson to solve something that plagued the Army for years: weapons that can't talk to each other. In 5 days, five companies built a machine gun robot network into drones and counter drones and control from a single screen. The Army Secretary wants solution deployed for SECCOM within 30 days to counter Iranian drones.
Uh-oh.
That's the most ridiculous and bullshit statement I ever heard. That just means that our systems are now slave to each other and will actually be used against us, because one significant hack will mean we'll lose control of all those systems. Thank you, morons.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Police just arrested Democrat congressional candidate Krillin Bassins in Hawaii for pulling a firearm as an official after storming a government building. He's been charged with terrorist threatening in the first degree. Democrats are filled with utter psychos. Psycho land, George. Indian chess master cheats against a little boy. Tis, tis, tis.
Caught cheating right in front of a 10-year-old kid, this Indian international chess master. The kid puts Thavandaran's king in check with his knight, and according to chess rules, you have to respond to a check. But Thavandaran moves a different piece instead. He figured, he's just a kid, what will he even notice? But the kid catches it immediately, raises his hand, and calls the arbiter over. And Thavandaran acts in front of the arbiter like he didn't do anything on purpose, like everything happened by mistake. But when the arbiter reviews the situation, he realizes something fishy is going on, declares Thavandaran's move illegal, and gives the kid 2 extra minutes as a penalty. That's when Thavandaran realizes winning is now impossible. So, accepting defeat, he extends his hand in front of the kid. But here, the kid doesn't shake his hand. The kid wonders if he's extending his hand for a draw, so he only shakes hands after getting confirmation. Caught cheating right in front of a 10-year-old.
You need to say it. You need to say I won.
Say it. Say it.
Wait. Is that the same kid that beat the other?
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is.
Good on that kid. SCOTUS, the Supreme Court's just rejected Florida attempt to sue California over its corporate tax system. Justice Thomas Dissent is joined by Alito, arguing that the court cannot refuse to hear dispute between states under its original jurisdiction. The motion to leave to file a bill of complaint is denied. Justice Thomas, whom Justice Alito joins, dissenting from denial of motion to leave to file complaint. I dissent given the reason in Nebraska versus Colorado 577 U.S. 1211. Thomas dissenting in denial of the motion for leave to file the complaint. Interesting. Oliver says the tax fight is interesting, but Thomas' dissent is what caught my eye. He's basically asking the court gets the discretion to decline an original jurisdiction case that by statute no other courts can hear. Oh man, this is setting up. We have to keep an eye on this, George. This is setting up a bigger play.
It is. I don't know what it is, but it is.
You know, if the courts is declining a original jurisdiction, where do they get relief? Just in, U.S. launches multiple strikes against Iran, but I guess that didn't happen because leading report deleted it. And the next one deleted the same thing. Let's see if the next story comes in. So many deleted things. Clayton Walker. Horses went missing after a barn break-in. They were found butchered a mile away. An illegal immigrant broke into a family ranch, stole their horses, and ate them.
What?
Now on Just One station, horses missing after a barn break-in. That search ending hours later and not far from their home. 2 animals found butchered about a mile away.
And tonight their owners, as you can imagine, are looking for answers. The Night Team's Alex Browning has this exclusive.
For somebody to have the stomach to do something like this is heartless.
A heartless horse heist in southwest Miami-Dade over the weekend.
This is the same thing as going into somebody's yard, taking their dog, and cooking it.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the
cats.
They're eating the pets of the people
who live there.
Who lives there.
Turning deadly. 2 horses.
All right,
kill it. Southwest Miami-Dade.
All right. Okay, so here in the private chat, go for it.
All right, I'll jump over this after this one. Dan Republican small r. Another ice stocking website, Pawn. This is an actual live post on the website. Esra RCE has the details. Meet Sam Fletcher. He runs deportationtracker.live. He decided to give it a go at creating a website which track ICE raids, mapping live reporting. But he has been hacked. ICE signed up at this ICE tracker banned by a high schooler. Stop falling for Vive code website. HSI now has your PII. All your information has been forwarded to the FBI, HSI, and ICE.
ICE, yeah.
Baby. Call a honeypot. All right.
Fox News alert, the Iranians just got the wind knocked out of them. Overnight, U.S. forces conducted airstrikes on multiple targets, hitting the enemy's radar and command and control centers. That came after the mullahs shot down one of our own drones, a $4 million Predator. Central Command says these strikes were defensive. Kuwait also in the crosshairs. The enemy fired off a barrage of missiles and drones into the country. 2 drones headed towards our airbase there. They were neutralized. Iran's proxy, Hezbollah, also feeling feisty this weekend. The terrorists launching over 50 rockets into Israel. This morning, Netanyahu ordered the IDF to strike the capital of Lebanon, Beirut, targeting Hezbollah strongholds in the vicinity. Israeli ground forces are also pushing into mainland Lebanon, capturing a 900-year-old medieval castle. Look at that. This is their deepest military incursion into the country in over 25 years. Trump not that happy about Israel. More on that in a sec. But the Iranians are calling this a ceasefire violation. And they said they were suspending negotiations and vowing to completely block the strait. POTUS says that's just a bluff, writing on Truth that talks are continuing at a rapid pace. But if the talks are off, he couldn't care less. He told NBC, quote, "I think we've been talking too much, if you want to know the truth. I think going silent would be very good, and that could be for a long time." POTUS says that wouldn't mean more bombs. We'd just go silent and let the blockade work its magic. CENTCOM says the blockade's turned around 121 ships. And U.S. officials tell the New York Times that the U.S. military has been quietly guiding ships through the strait, at least 70 of them. The president says, this is a waiting game. We're winning.
I'm in no hurry. I'd like to say I'm in a hurry because, you know, gasoline prices are going to come tumbling down. But if you're going to be in a hurry, you're not going to make a good deal. And slowly but surely, we're getting, I think, what we want. And if we don't get what we want, we're going to end it a different way.
Heggs, that's just sitting back on the world's largest arsenal.
We are prepared. We're postured even stronger today than we were on day one to address it that way if we have to, but he'd prefer not to. So Iran knows very, very clearly what our expectations are, and that's on the negotiating team to deliver. They're coming in our direction. The talks have been productive. I think they know where it needs to go.
47 believes we've already beaten them militarily, and now he wants to beat them at the negotiating table. He tells ABC that a peace agreement with Iran would be even better than a military victory because he thinks the Iranians are better negotiators than they are fighters. There's just one problem. Officials say the Iranians are literally in caves and they're not using email. So how do you hash out a deal with a band of pirates living underground? It's tricky. Trump's armed himself with a Sharpie, and he's making his own edits. No loopholes.
They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a big difference.
The president says he hasn't agreed to the deal yet because he still has to get a few more points in. We'll see how long that takes. The president even called Netanyahu today, asking him to stand down in Lebanon. Trump kind of lit him up. According to Axios, he told him, quote, "What the F are you doing? You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this." 47's trying to nail down this peace deal, and Netanyahu's trying to lock in as many gains as he can before the deal's done. But you know what's even worse? The Democrats. 47 saying this, quote, It's much tougher for me to properly do my job and negotiate when political hacks keep negatively chirping at levels never seen before over and over again that I should move faster, or move slower, or go to war, or not go to war, or just whatever. Just sit back and relax. It'll all work out well in the end. It always does. POTUS says don't be a panicking, and the markets aren't blinking. Another day of all-time highs for the Dow, NASDAQ, and the S&P. The S&P just had its best 2 months run ever. Wall Street Journal said that's a sign of more good.
All right, one more in the private chat. You're going to love this one.
All right. Wall Street apes. Walmart has begun selling crust-away, crustless white bread. I tried to find this toxic ingredient in this bread, and surprisingly, it's not too bad. The bread only has 7 ingredients: wheat flour, water, natural yeast, sea salt, malted wheat flour, sunflower oils, and natural flavors. So here's your 2 issues: sunflower oil, natural flavors. Natural flavor is a broad FDA allowed term that could come from many sources, including natural and synthetic derived ingredients. Bread doesn't have all the classic flavor toxic ingredient: potassium bromate, cardium banned in many countries, as dicarbonate, yoga mat chemical, high fructose corn syrup, artificial preservative, dough conditioner, or bleach flour. These are not all added into this bread. This is one of the cleaner commercial white breads available. Only 7 ingredients, non-MGO, and kosher. Okay.
Yeah. Selling bread without the crust. How fucked up is that? No. Okay, here's the thing. How do you bake bread without the crust?
That means that the crust has all the toxin.
No. Somewhere out there, there's a warehouse full of crust.
Well, they have to make the croutons from somewhere.
Oh, is the croutons made from crust?
Yes.
I was not aware.
They bake it and dry it out.
Oh, I thought they just harvested the croutons from the crouton tree.
Uh-huh. All right, the perfect wallet. That's not Batman. He's smiling. Batman's never smile. Unless you're George Clooney. And last but not least, George, Polymark. Megyn Kelly proposed AI companies to pay down the $39 trillion national debt. Wah, wah, wah.
Sure.
All right, with that, we are done for today. Thank you to One Golf Girl. Thank you to Lurkers and Bots. Thank you to chat. George, what's your final thoughts?
The moment Trump's signature on that U.S. Denomination of whatever money hits circulation, I think it'll be the official moment that the 1913 income tax, whatever you want to call it, gets abolished. I think you're about 1 or 2 months away from that actually happening.
Well, that'd be nice. That would be nice.
Yep, and then you're going to be part of the welfare state. You're going to be getting any and all monies like we do in Canada from the government.
Universal high income. Yay!
Yeah, all that stuff.
We'll be sucking the world dry. Instead of us giving all money, we'll be taking all the money from the world.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we'll see you tomorrow for more. Until then, bye.
I believe
that together we can make America great again. I believe